GM everyone. GM everyone. I am Okikiola and thank you for joining today's program, today's edition of Project Spotlight. And with me today, I have truths, the truth. Speak the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Three things are no longer hidden: the sun, the moon, the truth. Everything in the world is about the truth. Yeah, but he's a great guy. He's building something really great within the ecosystem, and I think let's just start this way. I'll let him talk and let him do his talking. So, hello, truth.
Yeah, hello. Thank you for having me, GM, everybody. So you can call me Truth. Actually, my name is Wasiu Ajao. Yeah, but you can call me Truth. That's basically what everyone calls me online. Yeah. So, yeah, I've been pretty active in the Starknet ecosystem around the beginning of the year. Yeah, doing
Mhm.
open source contributions. Doing a lot of things. I participated in the Starknet base camp first as a student, then as a teaching assistant. Yeah, so that's just like a summary of me and what I've been doing on Starknet.
Great, great. You can hear me, yes?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So, okay, let's do this. What's at what point would you say the idea of privacy in Web3 came to you?
Yeah, so like I've been in Web3 earlier. I wasn't doing any development, so it's mostly just airdrops and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so when I graduated from university last year. So I
Mhm.
graduated with a mathematics degree. I
Okay.
love mathematics. So after that, I just felt like, okay, let me study cryptography. Then after studying cryptography, I came across a lot of ideas like zero knowledge proof, all this advanced cryptography. Then I feel like, and the only place that they are applying that they are actively using cryptography and all this zero knowledge proof is in blockchains. So that's just like, okay, I found that this is what I want to do, cryptography, and they're actively using it in blockchain. So I'll be able to apply my skills. Yeah. And that's what got me into blockchain development also.
Okay, great, great, great. Okay, so what's let's talk Obscura here. What brought about Obscura? The why behind this? Was it a personal frustration at how transparent DeFi had become, or was it like technical curiosity about zero knowledge, or exactly what exactly was it? What brought about Obscura?
So regarding Obscura, so before Obscura, I've actually done something which is also about private transaction. You understand? Because if you look at the blockchain is great, and everything on the blockchain is decentralized, transparent.
Mhm.
But this transparency is an issue because let's take for example on blockchain now, I send money to someone, everybody knows where it's coming from, where it is going to, the amount that is being sent. So there is no privacy on the blockchain. Yeah, and I feel like this is built into the blockchain just for us to get some features like decentralization. But then this is
Okay.
like a problem, yeah, because everybody knows there's no privacy on blockchain. I send money from somewhere to another place, so we pretty much know where it's coming from and where it is going to. Yes. So the project that I built earlier, I think that was on Solana. Yeah, it's also like a mini version of Obscura. Yeah, so because it doesn't have all the features that Obscura has.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. So you did say you built something in the past on Solana. So why are you building Obscura on Starknet specifically? Like, why do you think, okay, Starknet is the best home for a privacy protocol like Obscura?
Yeah, because if you look at Starknet now, I feel okay. Like if you look at Ethereum layer twos, so we have the optimistic and the ZK rollups. So Starknet is the only successful ones that I know. It's the only successful one that I know, at least the most successful. I mean, there are lots of ZK rollups, but then Starknet, and if you look at Starknet, the language Cairo itself, it supports ZK. You understand? So Starknet is just like the home for zero knowledge proof, because they are using ZK a lot in the ecosystem. You understand? Because the project that I built earlier on Solana, it was like, let me just say, it was not appreciated on Solana. You understand? So maybe they don't really value the privacy that you are getting from transacting on the blockchain. But yeah, if you look at it, Starknet is just like the home for ZK, at least in the Ethereum layer 2 system, in the Ethereum layer 2 world. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, let's do this. For people who have no idea what Obscura is, talk us through what is Obscura for the layman or anybody. Just tell us what Obscura is, how it functions, and things like that.
So if you look at it from a layman's view, so if I it's just anybody that has used crypto before, they know this, and this is like a problem that they might not pay attention to it. So I send money, let's use two example here, from Alice to Bob. You understand? I'm sending a certain amount of token from Alice to Bob. Now on the blockchain, everybody can see this transaction. Everybody can see this transaction. Everybody can know that this money is coming from Alice and is going to Bob. So what Obscura is trying to do is just like the name implies, is just to obscure this so that there will be no link between these two transactions. Money is coming from Alice and is going to Bob, but then there is breaking the link between the two. Yeah. So
Okay.
because what we are basically we are using, it's obvious we are using zero knowledge proof. And what zero knowledge proof gives us on Obscura is that we can prove that you have done something without revealing what you have done. You understand? That's basically a very good example of ZK is, let's say you want to register on the website and they're asking for your age. They want to know whether you are older than 18 years old. Now, the normal way we will do this is we'll put down our age and they will check. That means that we are sending the age to the platform. But with ZK proof, you can prove that you are older than 18 years old without them knowing your age. So what Obscura is basically doing is using ZK to show that this money is coming from Alice and is going to Bob without Alice showing that this money is coming from me. Alice is hiding his identity.
Okay. So, talk us through the typical user journey on Obscura. Say, for example, if I were to use Obscura now, tell me each step, like from the point where I enter to the point where I exit. How does it work? And how is each step privacy preserving?
Okay. So this is what happens when you go to the Obscura website. You see the UI, then you see a login button. So the first thing is you connect your wallet. So when you connect this wallet, something is going on because you have to register your key on the platform. You are registering because Obscura will generate a private key for you. Will generate a private key and a public key. It will be two key pairs, public and private key, because these are the keys that you'll be using on the platform. This will be done. You don't need to set it up. You can just do like a setup account, and these keys will be generated. So what the public key is used for on Obscura, because apart from your wallet's private and public key, we don't have access to your wallet's private key, but we have access to your wallet's public key. So we are generating a platform key also. This is not stored on Obscura because this is generated by the message that you sign when you log in. So yeah, it's only known to you is only on your device. So there are three things you can do on Obscura. The first thing is you can deposit or fund.
Okay.
Depositing means that you are depositing money into this pool. So a lot of people can deposit into the pool. You don't know whose money is this. They are just pools. They are just coins in the pool. So you have a bunch of coin in the pool. And the next thing is, yeah, this is what majority of privacy pools don't do. You only have deposit and withdraw. But on Obscura, you can transfer this shielded asset to another address that is already registered on the platform. So it's not like you are withdrawing to an external address. Yeah. So that will take me to the second part. So let's take, for example, you have registered on the platform and I want to send you some token. I can do a shielded transfer from my account to your Obscura account.
Okay.
Yes, because yeah, and yeah, don't let me go into the technical details of how this works. And the last one you can do is you can now do a withdrawal. So the withdrawal is where the privacy is most important. It is important in the transfer and the withdrawal because now you can withdraw to an entirely different wallet, a wallet that is different. So when you
Okay.
process a withdrawal, the transaction will be submitted and it will land in the other wallet that you withdraw to. So the way this works is we are using a relayer to do this, to sign this transaction, because if you sign the transaction yourself, it will also be on the blockchain. You understand? It will also be on the blockchain that you sign this, and then that will break the link. No, sorry, that will show that the accounts are linked. So we are using a relayer to send this money to the other address. Yeah. So yeah, when you process a withdrawal, then the fund will get to the other address. What the relayer is doing is that the money is in the pool already. Then you are signing that I want to withdraw my money to this address. Yes. So it will withdraw it to the address, and there will be no link between the accounts that you used to deposit and the accounts you are withdrawing to.
Okay. All right. So, just like brush up, you chose a UTXO based model,
Yes.
correct? Rather
Yes.
than an account based one.
Yeah.
What are the advantages? What advantage does this model bring? And what are the challenges that come with it?
So if you look at it, when you are managing balances, it's always good to use UTXO. It's not like, at least from the developer standpoint, it's very easy to use UTXO because if you look at Bitcoin uses UTXO model, while Ethereum uses accounts model. So the reason why they choose UTXO in the Bitcoin is mostly because of the ease of use. So you see that the other time I mentioned that you have a private key and a public key on Obscura, different from the one on your wallet.
Mhm.
So this is how the UTXO will work. So you have some output. Yeah, you have some output. All these shielded assets. Yeah, all your assets, they are shielded, they are encrypted. So let me say I want to send money to you. I get your public key on the Obscura platform. Then what I will do with UTXO is I will encrypt this money. Let's say I want to send 15 stack token to you. I will encrypt this 15 stack token with your public key. So the money is just flowing around. When you are ready to spend it, then you can decrypt it. It's only the person that has the private key that can decrypt it. You understand? So that's basically how it works, because this will improve the anonymity also, because you are just encrypting. Nobody knows. It's only the person that you are sending the money to that can encrypt it and know the money. I know that, okay, this money is coming from this person and is getting to me. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what the UTXO is for, because in account based model, the money will have to come from one account to another account. So using ZK in this aspect is like very, very difficult. But with UTXO based model, I can just take your public key, I'll just encrypt it. The money will be there, it will be encrypted. You don't know who is the recipient. It's only the recipient that can just decrypt this output and spend it later.
Okay. All right. So, earlier on, you spoke about how you had built a, would I say, lesser version of Obscura on Solana, and now you have it coming up on, you have Obscura itself on Starknet ecosystem, within Starknet ecosystem. How would you say, how do I frame it? Okay, let's put it this way. The Starknet ecosystem is growing. How do you plan on pushing Obscura and making Obscura a tool that can be discarded, that can be done away with, and grow along within the Starknet ecosystem?
So, yeah, this is a very nice question. So, the way it is now is, right now I'm still working on it because
Mhm.
right now it supports, yeah, there is active development going on to support multiple assets. Because right now it only supports Stark tokens. It would be nice to have USDC and other tokens on it. Yeah, but the way I'm planning on doing this so that it won't be something that will be discarded and will be used by the masses is, yeah, there is a problem with that because if you look at ZK, yeah, ZK, I think we can say that government doesn't like ZK. You understand? In the sense that it is a tool. It can be used by bad people and it can be used by good people. You understand? So that's the main problem because when you have something like this, it's live on mainnet, people start using it. Yeah, people with bad intentions will start using it. Yeah, and apart from the government, let's not even talk about the government. I think it is unethical. Yeah, like an hacker stole millions of dollars from someone and they used it through a tool like Obscura and they got away with it. There's no way to track them. Yeah. So the way I'm planning on having this so that it will be used by the masses is, first of all, we need to make sure that this cannot be used by bad actors, and that's by introducing compliance. Maybe you do a KYC before you can use the platform.
Hmm.
You understand? So that is not that's like the main roadblock. That's the most
But
important
wouldn't
thing.
exactly, I was going, wouldn't that take away uh, some of the privacy that's promised?
Yeah. So the way it will work is there will be zones and there will be countries that can use this. Let's take, for example, you are coming from an IP address that is coming from a restricted country. Yeah,
Mhm.
this is taking away some privacy, but that's just like what we have to do. We have to restrict the number of people that can use it. Do you understand?
Mhm.
So because for bad actors not to use this tool, because if there is KYC and there is compliance, then we are sure. Although a normal person using it is still getting the privacy guarantee
Mhm.
on the platform. Just that you can't be a bad person, maybe stealing funds and come to the platform and use it. And let's take, for example, in the case that it's a stolen fund, then someone will be responsible for it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So uh, let's do outside tech. And now we're just talking about how okay governments don't like ZK and everything, everything. Let's just talk about privacy here, especially in regions where surveillance is common, capital control is common. How do you see privacy shaping financial freedom? Not necessarily concerning obscure or anything. Just how do you see privacy shaping financial freedom?
So yeah, and this is one of the things that I'm always like working towards because yeah, it's very good for privacy to shape financial freedom. It's not only in the finance, maybe governance, everything like that. Yeah, privacy is definitely a tool that should be deployed. Now let's talk about finance. Yeah, let's take for example uh, a good and a good application of privacy and ZK is, let's say I want to apply for a loan and I can prove that okay, I have collaterals or I have my income history makes me eligible for this loan without revealing my income history. You understand? I feel like this is something that is very, very nice. Yeah. So the only problem is this already established industries. You have the government, you have the banks, you have yeah, they like, like banks now, they like taking users' data. You understand? So but with ZK you can break the link whereby you don't need to provide too much data, you can just provide a proof. Yeah, and this works, it always works. You cannot game it. You understand? But yeah, the main problem is adoption. You understand? So the main problem is adoption because this will, yeah, imagine even banks, they don't have to go through the hassle of them storing users detail. Someone can just prove and they can verify that this person actually has this income history. This person actually has what he said he has. You understand? So this will save a lot of time because with ZK now, the proving takes more time, but the verification it takes lesser time. Instead of seeing someone going through a PDF that is like 48 pages long just to read the finance history of someone. Yeah, you can just do this verification in seconds and you'll be confident that, yeah, this person is eligible. Yeah.
Okay. So you're talking of adoption. Let's talk Africa here. Crypto adoption is massive. Everybody's trying to get into Web3 and everything, but the infrastructure can still be rough. So you're still building Obscura, you're still trying to like fix it and everything. But how do you imagine Obscura?
Okay. Hello. I don't think I can hear you.
Did you catch that?
No, no, no. I didn't. I can't hear you. I think the network
Okay.
was.
So I was talking about adoption. I said
Yes.
crypto adoption in Africa is massive, and although the infrastructure can still be quite rough and everything, but how do you imagine Obscura serving African users?
Yeah, so the way I imagine Obscura serving African users is you have to have this like as a service whereby people can use. Yeah, because right now if you look at African users, yeah, one of the big problems is, let's take for example, and that's what most of these off-ramp and on-ramp platform are doing. Yeah, some people that are doing crypto, they don't even have like crypto. So
Mhm.
they have fiat in their bank. Yeah. So the way I envision this is for you to be able to take like your naira and yeah, run it through this privacy pool and get it to another account. You understand? In case you need this privacy. You understand? So there won't be barrier of okay, you having to go to Binance or any centralized exchange, getting token, then sending it to wallet and be waiting that oh hopefully it will get there soon. You understand? So yeah, just like something that it will just be like click of a button, you understand, from your bank account to on-chain privacy.
Okay. Uh, let's talk success. What does success look like? Or what would success look like to you? Like after full launch and everything, what would happen and you'd say, oh, Obscura has been absolutely successful? What would it look like? Is it going to be transaction volume, integrating with other stuff, or the fact that people are actually using it and caring more about privacy?
Yeah, so yeah, for me, what success would mean is yeah, for people to be able to use it and they know that this is giving them privacy, you understand? I mean a lot of people using it and they know about privacy and
Mhm.
they actually care about it. Because people don't really care about privacy. People will say, "Oh, I don't care. Is it because of the $500 I want to send?" Yeah, I don't care. People don't just care about that. Yeah, and yeah, I did like a survey where I was asking people that if you can if you can prove your bank statement to someone without revealing your bank statement, and it will take like $5 more, and it will take like $5 more, and it will take a little bit of time. Let's say it will take like 15 seconds more. Do you care about that? Or sometimes it might even reduce the time. Yeah. So I asked them. Yeah, sadly, most people don't care about it. You understand? Most people don't care about it because the rationale they are using is that, okay, is it with the small amount of money that I want to send? Is that when I will care about? Yeah, I think, yeah, I can't. I'm not sure whether I'm qualified enough to call myself a cypherpunk, but I think the goal of every cypherpunk is for people to be able to use these cryptographic tools at large. Yeah, something that they have created and a lot of people are using it. I think that's like what I would call success for me on this.
Okay, okay, that works. I agree with that. So, what does the future look like for Obscura? Say 3 months, 6 months, 1 year down the line. What would the future? Because I think from our conversation, I can get that you are really interested in privacy. You built this on another ecosystem, and then you just decided, okay, you want to build a better version of it on this ecosystem. And then even you said after uni, you went ahead to study cryptography and everything. So you're really interested in all these things. So what does the future look like for Obscura? 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years down the line.
Yeah, so yeah, actually, what the future looks like is for now, I'm thinking, yeah, what the future looks like, what I'm planning on working on in the future is to make it usable like as a service, you understand, instead of a user facing application, you understand. Because yeah, there are lots of protocols already. You have a Kuba protocol. Yeah, so just to make Obscura uh, like a software development kit, and it will be like an infrastructure, you understand, whereby you can just plug in into your application, you understand. Then it will be optional privacy for your users. Yeah, yeah, it will be optional
Hmm.
privacy for your users. So this will be, it's not like a new application where you have to understand how it's working. It's applications that you're already used to, already you are using. Then you see a privacy feature. The person can just say, oh, let me try it. Even if the person doesn't understand what privacy means, they can try it, and when they understand that, oh, this is what this is doing, then they can continue using it on the platform. So yeah, down the line, like in 3 months or in 6 months, I want this to function like as a service that other applications can integrate into their applications.
Hmm. That's great. Okay, so what's what keeps you up at night presently with Obscura, concerning Obscura? What would you say is the biggest risk to the Obscura vision at the moment?
Yeah, the biggest risk is compliance, of course, compliance and regulations. Yeah, because yeah, there are some countries that something like this, if it gets to it, even some things that they are not privacy preserving, yeah, the government of that country will be, yeah, it might lead to like court cases, you understand. I think this is like very evident, like what's going on with the founder of Tornado Cash. Yeah. So, and a lot of other people that are building cryptographic applications. So yeah, the biggest risk is still compliance, because I don't know anything about law. You understand? Yeah. So this is something that you need to bring in someone who knows about it, and then check it, because you can't just say, "Oh, I'm a tech person," then, oh, I go to ChatGPT or I'm asking Google that. Yeah, there are like several pages that you need to read to be able to understand this. So that's like the main bottleneck, because you can't just launch something like this without understanding the rules and regulation, the compliance that you have to follow. Yes, because they have to be a lawyer. You have to have like a lawyer that is constantly doing all this, just to make sure that yeah, you won't have any issues.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you. That's a valid point. Okay, so to wrap it up, what would you say to people who will be watching this, like young African Web3 builders watching this? What would you say to them about building privacy into the future of crypto?
Yeah, so yeah, I would say to them just go out and try it. Most people say ZK is hard. I won't say it's easy, but I feel like it's more about the will, you understand, and yeah, and the zeal that you have for it. That you can just develop some interest. It's very interesting, and you don't have to. Yeah, it's like a field that is very very fresh right now. Yeah, you can basically start something and just blow off from that. And it is a very niche field right now. Like a lot of people are not looking into like ZK, you understand? So for anybody that is like watching this and wants to maybe is having it in their mind that I want to do ZK, I would say you should try it. Definitely try it. Yeah, and any ideas that comes to your mind, play with it, play around with it, build something nice. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be complete. It doesn't have to make sense in the first. Or yeah, and another thing is you don't. Yeah, at some point, maybe like you want to understand how ZK protocols are built. You might need to understand all this big mathematics, but to build applications, yeah, there are lots of things that have made it easier. Like for Obscura now, it's written in Noah. Noah is more like Rust, very similar to Rust and Cairo. So if you understand or you've written Cairo and Rust before, you can basically pick up now and within few days you already be writing circuits which you can couple with your application. So yeah, it's like a playground right now whereby there's enough space for everybody to play around. So definitely just go for it if you're interested in ZK and privacy.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Truth, for coming. Thank you very much. It's been great talking to you. Like your I like how interested you are in your work, and I like it when I see people who are building things and they are actually interested in it. It's not just something to be thrown on the side. And I wish you all the best with your project. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Remember to follow Starknet Africa on X, and then also subscribe to Starknet Africa YouTube page here. Thank you very much, everyone, and I hope you have a good night. Good night.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye. Have a nice day.